Hi, welcome to Whazzup. I'm Raymond.
And I'm Amanda.
It's time for a special feature. In this episode, we bring you to STC Laboratory.
Well, if you're curious to find out what a laboratory technical officer does at STC, then stay tuned to find out.
Amanda, what comes into your mind when we talk about a laboratory?
Well, plenty of lab equipment, crazy scientists and white mice, and test tubes in every size.
Okay. Do you know who does the regular housekeeping in the lab? Wow, it's the work of a laboratory technical officer. Let's check out what his role entails.
I'm Zain Didacho, and I'm Lab Technical Officer.
Being a laboratory technical officer, also known as a laboratory technician in other countries, it also requires nothing short of having good communication skills and being patient and meticulous in the various duties.
To become a Lab Technical Officer, you need to study science-related courses. Minimum requirement is NAN level or NITEC in chemical process and pathology. My roles and responsibilities are to undertake a liquiding and auto-titration of equine specimens for analysis, as well as to ensure that there's a sufficient supply of gas, ultra-pure water and reagents, as well as housekeeping for the whole lab.
Maintenance of equipment used in the lab is part and parcel of an LTO's work because if they're not maintained, experiments would be affected. First up, glassware washing.
Close the door. Then check whether the program is correct. Then start the washer. Now I'm going to prepare the list of solvent that analyst required. Filtration step is required to remove particles and gases to prevent the instrument from contamination. While filtration process is going on, I will prepare the labels for the rest of the solvents.
The lab analyst uses a variety of solvents in the work, hence the LTO must ensure that the supply of common reagents is sufficient at all times. The preparation itself, which sometimes takes several steps, requires one to be extremely meticulous.
The reason I need to transfer to this bottle is that some equipment require tubes to be connected to solvent bottles by these special caps. Secondly, it is easier to check the solvent level with this transparent bottle.
Well, the work does not stop here. Prior to race days, the LTO must also prepare all the necessary reagents for race day usage.
Now I'm going to prepare pre-race samples for instrumental analysis.
It is very important for all the solvents to be prepared according to standard operating procedures.
As an LTO, you have to be meticulous in keying data, preparation of solvents, and following standard operating procedures. Now I have finished preparation for this, and I'm going to pass over to analysts for further analysis.
The work of a laboratory technical officer has indeed shown us how fine motor skills meet precision. Now that's a lot of washing and solvent preparation prior to race day. Therefore, the laboratory technical officer has to be extremely precise with an eye for detail as well.
That's why the laboratory technical officer plays such an important role in assisting the analysts. We have seen what they do pre-race day. Let's turn our attention to their duties after race days.
The races are over, but the work does not stop here. Equine specimens will be sent to the lab after race day, where the laboratory technical officer must undertake aliquoting and auto-titration of the specimens following standard operating procedures.
On weekly basis, I will undertake a liquiding and auto-titration of urine samples, preparation of reagents for post-race and pre-race analysis, receiving delivery and housekeeping. These are the samples that I received today.
Using state-of-the-art technology, the specimens are loaded into the equipment for titration. Each batch will take 1.5 hours to complete, so while waiting, the LTO fills in the necessary forms and does some housekeeping such as stocking up pipette heads, receive delivery of other consumables and new solutions. Not forgetting doing their part for recycling as well.
I like my job because it has a wide job scope, which is a new exposure to me, and it's also related to my area of interest. After this completed, I will send the test tube to analysts for further analysis.
With so many samples coming in every week, you must be wondering, where do all the old samples go after testing? Old samples are discarded after a stipulated period. Along with other biohazard materials, these are disposed by the LTO.
The most memorable experience of my work is that when I first come here, I had to learn how to operate twice, which is pretty scary because it's my first time learning how to operate such a huge machinery from higher ground. And now it's time for maintenance.
Servicing and maintenance are also part and parcel of the LTO's job. Now, that is a lot to cover, and we should not underestimate the work of a laboratory technical officer.
At the end of the day, I look forward to complete all my work and go home with an ease of mind.
Well, we hope you enjoyed these special features on the role of the Laboratory Technical Officer.
And for more racing information, please log on to turfclub.com.sg.
Bye!